Happening now, a live look from Altadena. This is where former Vice President Kamala Harris is getting a first-hand look at the devastation the Eaton fire caused. The former VP and her husband, you see him there, Doug Emhoff, will next head to a fire station and talk to crews who helped and are helping in the fire. We do have a camera crew with Harris, and we will bring you more from her visit a little later in this newscast.
A grass fire impacted traffic on the 405 in Granada Hills. Skyfox overhead where firefighters block lanes while battling the blaze near Rinaldi Street. The LA Fire Department says drivers should expect delays right now on the northbound lanes. That fire is fully contained so far. No injuries or damage reported.
Police arrest a homeless man accused of starting a small brush fire at Griffith Park this afternoon. This is video here from Skyfox. Los Angeles firefighters were able to quickly knock it down. That fire burned less than an acre. Right now, crews are mopping up hot spots.
We have team coverage on these dangerous winds. Laura Diaz shows us how firefighters are preparing.
But first, we go to meteorologist Star Harvey and the conditions we're facing and how bad these winds are expected to get. Star.
Yes, you know, we do have this very stubborn ridge of high pressure sitting off to the west of us, and just really anchored there in continuous storms that keep setting out to the east of us. So it does put us right back into our Santa Ana wind event. The peak of our winds currently happening right now and due to carry us through portions of tomorrow morning. Otherwise, temperatures for today coming in the 60s right now, 60 in Pasadena, 65 down in Long Beach, 64 in Ontario, Riverside. You're at 60 degrees. Here's a look at the winds. The winds, you know, they've been off and on here throughout our Monday, but again, we are in the thick of that peak. Started at around the 5 o'clock hour and due to carry through 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we do show Oxnard moving at about 17 miles per hour. These are our sustained winds. 23 up in Palmdale. We also have some winds kicking off across portions of the Inland Empire and Santa Ana, also at about 17. Here's a look at those gusts. Where we do show the contoured color, the darker purples, that just lets us know that our wind speeds are moving as high as 35 miles per hour or higher. So, of course, that puts us right back into our red flag warning. This is due to go through tomorrow. We have a particularly dangerous situation. It's going to be for all of our pink highlighted area, but also circled out here. This will also go through portions of tomorrow where we are expecting our winds to get upwards of 70 miles per hour across some of our coast and valleys, but also our mountains and our foothills could see those winds get upwards of about 100 miles per hour. And I can tell you just from clocking in our models, I've already seen winds get over about 60 or so throughout some time today. So I'll be right back to talk a little bit about our fire danger today, but for now, back to you.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. This wind event does have many of us on edge. Fox 11's Laura Diaz live in Pacoima this evening, telling us about precautions being taken there. Laura?
Yes, strike teams were placed in Pacoima for strategic reasons. As we all know, this wind event has many people on edge, and there's a good reason. No one wants a repeat of what occurred 2 weeks ago.
Every time these winds pick up, I get very nervous. I live very close to the canyons, and we've had several fires where we've had to evacuate.
We heard the news yesterday that there was a wind advisory in Santa Clarita today through tomorrow. So we picked up the things in our backyard.
Winds whipping through the Santa Clarita Valley at furious levels Monday morning, gusting to 35 miles an hour. This MLK Day, fire danger was not taking a holiday.
I wouldn't say nervous, but just on edge, ready to go.
Bent trees told the story of another particularly dangerous wind event smacking the Southland. High winds and low humidity, this time in communities like the Santa Clarita Valley.
I decided to stay here.
In the last 2 weeks, hurricane winds pushed explosive fires in the Southland locations like Eaton Canyon and Pacific Palisades. The loss was staggering. Monday at LA County Fire Station 150 headquarters, they strategized. Lessons learned still fresh. This young firefighter just got back from Eaton Canyon.
I know my family was definitely worried about me.
Just south down the 5 freeway, more firepower available to county fire crews. This is the Pacoima warehouse where they're ready to go on a moment's notice. They can go support their colleagues out on the fire line from the ground and from the air.
We're set up here with 5 engines and a battalion
as a strike team, we're able to monitor our radios, and if there's any fire starts within LA County, we start moving in that direction to help support our staffing that's already in place.
Coming back here live to Pacoima right now, where there's just a little bit of wind at this hour. It was certainly windier earlier today, but it's not just the wind, as we all know. It's the fact that we have so much brush that is tinder dry. I'm Laura Diaz reporting live from Pacoima, sending it back to the studio.
We really haven't had measurable rain since May. That's why it's so dry out there. All right, Laura, thanks so much.